Good morning. So just arriving at the Caribbean island of St Thomas, 83 square kilometres, a former Danish colony. US Virgin Islands in the Caribbean, so make the other islands are Water Island and Santa Cruz and St John. Now an unincorporated territory of the United States. Around 1500 BC, the original inhabitants were, no, they weren't Arawaks, and the Caribs, there was somebody else before the Arawaks and the Caribs. And 1493, Christopher Columbus spotted this island for the first time on the second voyage. The original inhabitants were Chiboney, C-I-B-O-N-Y. 1657, the Dutch East India Company established an outpost here, and then in 1666, Danish and Norway, East India Company and Guinea established plantations here. The harbour was named Taphus, T-A-P-H-U-S, rum shop, for the drinking establishments that were around the harbour at the time. In 1691, its name was changed to Charlotte Amalie after King Christian V's wife, Christian of Denmark's wife. In 1801, the British invasion. The British took over this Danish colony, and the Article of Capitulation was signed in 1801. British occupation lasted until 1802, when the Danish took over again, and in 1807 the British invaded again. So very turbulent history of this. It would have been vital for the sugarcane production. Though the sugarcane industry did bring a lot of prosperity to this area, once the abolition of slavery, costs of production of sugar increased, and so in the 19th century, St Thomas started a decline. In 1915, a gentleman called David Hamilton Jackson convinced the Danish government to sell the island to America, the United States. And one of the things that it was really important for, he organised labour unions to increase or improve the lot of the average person here on St Thomas. And they now celebrate a national day for him. So in 1917, America paid $25 million in gold to the Danish government to buy St Thomas, Santa Cruz and another island. And it's been a protectorate since then. St Thomas, Santa Cruz and St John. These islands have been really important in American strategy from both World War I and World War II, being bases here in the Caribbean, and also assisted with the support of the Panama Canal. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the day is going to bring here on this beautiful island. We do have to go through full immigration because this is the first American soil that we touched since we left Barcelona. So they've got two different rooms set up, one for US nationals and one for everybody else on the boat. So we have a tour at 9:15 and our immigration process starts at 8:30, or they're opening those rooms at 8:30. So I can see a boat out here on the horizon, so maybe that is our immigration people boarding now. So we're just positioning ourselves by coming into the dock which seems to be over there. And there are some pretty amazing resorts just there that look really spectacular. Once again, beautiful colours similar to those ones that were on Antigua yesterday, those pastel colours. It does look as if the day is going to break, so that is fantastic, so that we can go on our tour. So just heading out on a tour today, going to have a look at some panoramic views, and we can see that our boat is also sharing the pier today with Caribbean Princess. She's a beautiful little boat, and we'll have another boat coming in later in the day. So we will go and have a look, some lookouts. Each one of them has some shopping, and when we come down from the lookout, we'll walk back to the boat. So we had a very interesting drive up the hill today, and we can see there another cruise ship, Regal Princess, just backing into that cruise terminal. There is another cruise terminal over the other side there, and looks like a Norwegian boat over there, just looking at the insignia. So in the space down below there was the previous legislature, the previous governor's building, but after one of the hurricanes, his residence was moved to St. Croix. I was actually calling it Cruise, but it's Croix, C-O-I-X. So down there in 1972, there was also some public housing, and one of the oldest hotels in the area as well. So there's a couple of replica pirate ships out there, so they are used as tourist attractions, and this is just an amazing space. So there's an island in the middle of this bay, and it's called Hassel Island, though used to be a peninsula, but the US Corps of Engineers made a channel over here, somewhere over here, made a channel. That's Hassel Island. So while our driver Haji is playing the steel drum, we can just look over there, and we've got Water Island, who he said that when Columbus came for the second time, which I mentioned earlier, this is where he found water. And Puerto Rico is actually 60 kilometres west of here, so just to orientate yourself. So it is a bit hazy today. So apparently we're about 850 feet above sea level, and this is Megan's Bay, which is a public beach. The benefactor donated it to the US Virgin Island and not give it to the US park system. So what Haji, our guide, is telling us, that from here at Megan's Bay, we actually look over, and these islands over here are actually British, the British Virgin Islands, and Tortola is over that direction. Over here somewhere. Tortola is over there somewhere with those two. Okay. So our driver Haji has brought us to Mountaintop, and Mountaintop has a shopping facility where you've got souvenirs and jewellery and knickknacks, but it's also the home of the very famous banana daiquiri. And on the outside there's a lookout, so we'll cruise out there and have a look. But you can see over the top there's all these beautiful flags. It's a very colourful place, very vibrant environment. T-shirts, key rings, hats, jewellery, anything you want for your little shopping. Oh, there's a little taste of Tortuga over there, so that'll be probably some rum or something like that. Yes, yeah, with rum cake and stuff there. That's really, really quite cute. US Virgin Islands. An additional piece of information that Haji, our guide, gave us about the purchase of the islands by the Americans, and it was for 25 million gold, was that when the Dutch had put it up Denmark had put it up for sale, that Germany in 1917 or 1915 was interested in purchasing it, and the American government was not going to allow that to happen. Little wayfinder here to show us and we can just look over here and we can see Megan's Bay again.
Isn't it beautiful?
So it's absolutely spectacular. So when you went with the locals, you drink what the locals are drinking, and this is the banana daiquiri. So with tortulaga rum. It's beautiful, overlooking Megan's Bay there. So I'll just go find my group and see what the rest of the day holds. This is the public housing that the guide told us about earlier in the day. It was established in 1974 or 1972, something like that. It's very town central, very town central. So there's the queue to the Sky Ride down there. There's the boats, and Sky Ride is up this massive hill behind us. I don't know why we're heading this way, but anyway, the adventure continues. Oh no, maybe we're just going down the car park of Sky Ride. So once again, I'm in a pharmacy, and this time in a pharmacy at wherever I am, St Thomas, and we've come for general products. But what we've found is the fetish section. Oh. Anal probe. Something tells me I've led a very sheltered life. But this is what you get in a pharmacy in the Virgin Islands. And as we do wander through the pharmacy, what we do have is some Allen keys. We've got some multi-lumen knives. We have some pet products. We have flea and tick spray. So I suspect pharmacies are very multi.